Hey everyone, it's me, Kempress. I want to say hi to all the new subbies, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that people make when trying to go vegan. So I'm not even going to waste any time. Let's get right into the video. So the first mistake that people make when going vegan is that they substitute meat for a whole bunch of carbs, okay? So I think what a lot of people are trying to do is just fill themselves up, and they don't really know exactly how to go about being vegan. And so they substitute the meat with a lot of bread, cereals, rice, oats, different grains, and a lot of junk food, like a lot of vegan junk food, French fries, different processed foods, packaged foods, things like that. And that is a huge mistake, because instead of becoming a vegan or vegetarian, you end up actually becoming a starchitarian. And I know people who have gone vegan and they end up putting on a whole bunch of weight. I had a friend who did this a couple of years ago. She started, she went to go vegan, and she started putting on a lot of weight. I had never seen her at this weight. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? And basically, she didn't have a good idea of what to eat. So she was pretty much eating salads, which obviously that's not going to fill you up. And so to fill herself up, she would eat a lot of bread, rice, and starch. That is a huge no-no. But that's going to lead me into the number 2 mistake that people make when going vegan, which is substituting meat for soy products and fake meat substitutes. Okay. Soy is not a health food. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of times when we give up meat, we want something that looks like meat or tastes similar to meat. And the most popular thing out there is soy in the form of tofu, tempeh, what else? Burgers, hot dogs, all type of different soy products. And soy is one of the worst foods out there to consume. I've heard people also say that sometimes people go vegetarian and they end up getting cancer. Part of the reason for that is for the high consumption of soy food products. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about soy. Soy kind of mimics estrogen in the body. It contains a substance called phytoestrogens, and what they do is they bind to the same receptors in the body as estrogen, and so it can throw off your hormonal balance and increase the amount of estrogen, or seemingly increase the amount of estrogen in your body. So for men, soy can cause a whole bunch of problems, hormonal problems, that cause low libido. It can also cause issues with the prostate, such as prostate cancer. And it increases the risk for stroke and heart disease in men. Now, even though estrogen is the main hormone for women, it can also cause problems with women if there's too much. For example, in my video on how to get rid of period pain, I also did talk about avoiding soy, because it can cause dysmenorrhea, heavy bleeding, spotting, also PMS, mood swings, and a whole host of other problems for women, including fibroid tumors, okay, and other non-cancerous tumors in the body and in the breast. So soy is definitely not a health food. In fact, the majority of the soy made, especially in this country, in the United States where I'm from, over 90% of soy is genetically modified. Let's say that again. Over 90% of the soy in this country is genetically engineered, meaning it's not even a real food. So definitely do not recommend soy. So some of the products that you're going to find it in, you'll find it in things labeled TVP, which is textured vegetable protein. You'll also find it in tofu, which is soy, tempeh, which is also soy, vegan burgers, vegan hot dog, and other meat substitute products. So it is important to look at the products that you're picking up and seeing if they have soy in them, and if they do, I would recommend that you avoid them. So a lot of you are wondering, okay, so if I can't have this soy and I can't have meat, what do I have? I got you. Okay, so some of the things that I eat to substitute meat if I'm feeling that I want that kind of meaty texture, or if I just want something that's very filling is ackee is one. If you've never heard of ackee, ackee is a yellow fruit. It comes from a fruit from the Caribbean, and it is a part of Jamaica's national dish. For those of you who don't know, I am of Jamaican background. Both of my parents are Jamaican. I'm first generation here in America. So ackee is a part of my cultural food palette. It is a yellow fruit, and it kind of looks similar to scrambled eggs. And if you flavor it that way, you can actually make it taste like scrambled eggs or something similar. Also, you can have avocado, okay? Avocado is like heaven to the average vegan or vegetarian because it is very filling and it is so delicious. Another thing is mushrooms. Also, if you want something that has the flavor of meat or the texture of meat, and you can make it really look like any type of meat that you want and flavor however you want, is seitan. No, not Satan the devil. It's spelled S-E-I-T-A-N. Seitan, and it's made from wheat gluten. So for those of you who are very sensitive to gluten, that's probably not going to be a good option for you. But if you're not sensitive to gluten or wheat, then it is a good option if you want to use it for certain dishes. I've had vegan steak at a restaurant, a really nice restaurant in New York City called Candle 79, and it was so good. It really looked like steak, it really tastes like steak, even though when I did eat meat, I was not a big steak eater anyway, but that dish was good. So you can season seitan to taste however you want. Another popular Caribbean fruit that you can season as meat is jackfruit. It's a huge fruit, and the fruit on the inside is also yellow. It's yellow, and it has like a very chewy texture, and a lot of people use it to make like pulled pork or pulled chicken. You can season it however you want, and it's very filling and it's delicious. Legumes are another good option. Any type of beans, black beans, pinto beans, any type of beans you can think of, lentils, also sprouted nuts and seeds, especially if you want to incorporate a lot of live foods into your diet. They're so good. You can flavor them however you want, and it is a great way to be able to digest different types of legumes without them giving you that gassy effect, because you know if you eat too many beans, sometimes you can get that gassy effect, and that's because the enzymes in it are not agreeing with your body, but the sprouting process can break it down so that it's more digestible for you. So that's a good option. Also, some other vegetables that are good are squash, eggplant. A lot of people use that to make eggplant parmesan, or eggplant steaks or zucchini steaks, and they're really good. I have also made cauliflower chicken, and that was good. Cauliflower fried chicken, that was really, really good. Some other ones, let's see. Some other ones are beets, coconut even. You can add that to your dishes, chunks of coconut. Falafels are another really good meat substitute. It's made from chickpea flour, and they're really delicious. You can get a nice little Mediterranean taste and feel, or you can use that as a substitute if you want to make, for example, spaghetti and vegan meatballs. You can use falafels to make them. If you're in the mood for burgers and you want to opt out of the soy burger, go for a quinoa burger or a black bean burger. They're more delicious to me than any soy burger that I've ever had. They're really, really good. Also, you can use a variety of nuts to make so many different dishes. Nuts are really good to make cheese products, like vegan cheese. I've had vegan cheesecake made from cashews, and it was, oh my goodness, mwah, it was just so delicious. So there's a wide variety of substitutes, and that's just me scraping the surface. So you can find a lot of different meat substitutes out there without poisoning your body with soy. The third mistake that people make when it comes to going vegan, and this one is going to shock you all, is not eating any vegetables. Now that may sound crazy when I say it, like how in the world can you be a vegan and you barely eat any vegetables? But yeah, there are people out there who are going vegan and they very rarely have vegetables in their diet. They may have just their regular typical salad, but they don't expand their palate to have a wide variety of vegetables. And that is the whole point of going vegan, is to incorporate a very large palette of foods into your diet. Okay, so you need to expand your palate. Go to the supermarket and pick up some items that you have never used before. You may never have had radishes or turnips or artichokes or bitter melon or dill. You know, incorporate different herbs and different vegetables and even fruit that you have never tasted before. If you don't know how to prepare them, Google. Google. It's so easy. You know, either Google or you can get yourself a recipe book, but you can pretty much find recipes for any food out there on Google. Okay, and you can find something, once you look up the recipes, you can see, okay, this is something that I think is going to taste good for me. So you can make it taste however you want. That's my advice to you going vegan. Expand your palate. Don't stick to some of the same things that you've had over and over and over in your life. And that's one of the things that I love about being vegan, because at one point before I did transition, I thought that I was going to, sorry, I have low battery. One of the mistakes that people make when it comes to going vegan is they think that they're going to be very limited because they've limited themselves so much in their regular standard American diet to just a starch, a meat, and maybe some steamed broccoli or something like that. You know, most people don't have a wide variety of vegetables in their diet, and when you go vegan, you can pretty much force yourself to incorporate more vegetables into your diet and more foods into your diet that you've never tried before. You completely expand your palate. You get to have new foods that you never tasted before, and it's so good. Let me just say this. This was something that I actually thought about for a very long time before I went vegan, but I thought it was such an extreme thing to do because I didn't know better, you know. I wanted to be able to eat a lot of food because I told y'all I was a very greedy child. I'm still greedy. I wanted to be able to eat a whole lot of food and be full and not gain a whole lot of weight. And being vegan, I got all of that. I get to eat stuff that tastes good. I get to eat stuff that's naturally sweet, you know, salty, you know, whatever type of flavor I want, meaty, hearty. I get to have a whole variety of stuff and be full, and I do not have to watch my weight. This was the biggest benefit for me of going vegan, is that I don't have to watch my weight. I can eat as much as I really want to, and I don't worry about it anymore. So if you're a person who's really struggled with your weight and you're thinking about going vegan or plant-based, that's actually the right word that I should be using, is plant-based, because the term vegan incorporates a lot of different rules that not everybody goes by, but that's for another video. So you want to focus on whole foods. You want to focus on the aisle in the supermarket that has the produce aisle. Go to your farmer's market. Stay away from so many packaged foods, prepared foods, because you don't exactly know what's going into it. And those are not the healthiest options for you if you are trying to go vegan. And the right word for it is plant-based. I think that gives you a better idea of what you should be doing when you say plant-based, because you know you're supposed to be eating the widest variety possible of plant foods, fruits, vegetables, herbs, so on, so forth. So that is my advice to you. Those are the 3 mistakes that people make, the biggest mistakes that people make when going vegan. If any of my tips helped you, let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.